Hello, Chad. Hello. How are you? How are you? Hello, Blossom. How are you? Welcome in. Sivin, thank you for the check-in. How are you? Is the music too loud? Hold on. Okay, there we go. No, not the push-ups. Not the weh. Not the weh. Did it play? Did the weh play? Wait, let me check. Let me just post some stuff and then I was a little sick in the morning. I was a little sick in the morning. I was waiting for you to start talking. Bro, you're devious. You're devious. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. There we go. Happy now? Happy now? Happy now? What do you mean hee hee? What do you mean hee hee? Let me just change my screen. Let's see here. Hi everybody. Hi, welcome in. How are y'all? How was your weekend? Wait, let me stop the music. The music's kind of crazy. How are y'all? How was your weekend? What did you all do? What did you all do? I felt a little bit burnt out, not gonna lie. A little bit burnt out, not gonna lie. Which is why this week, let's just do whatever. Let's just do whatever. I'm a little bit burnt out, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit like I didn't want to make a schedule or anything. Same? Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I get it. We've been working hard. So for this week, I'm gonna come on stream as usual, but we're just gonna do whatever. We're just gonna chill. Okay? I'm not gonna really have any set plans, but we can go where the night takes us. You guys give me suggestions, and then we can go from there. Today, I wanted to try out this. Do a little bit, comic stuff. You know what I mean? I have classes start tomorrow. Oh, good luck, good luck, good luck, Blossom. So that means I can harass you to play Roblox next time. Yeah, yeah, you can, you can. But yeah, you guys doing all right? You guys feeling okay? We got to do the ad. So let's do the ad real quick, and then we can start. Okay? We gotta do the ad. Rez, how are you? Oh my God, it's Rez. Oh, here's the other thing I wanted to ask you guys, chat. I want to do more morning streams, my time morning. You know, just because I want to cater to everybody here. So I'm thinking about adding like 2 more days for the streams. You know, morning streams for the people in the US and stuff. They are night time, so it'd be easy for everybody to tune in. But yeah, today. I just want to take some time and ask you guys like, what's your opinions? What's your thoughts? What do you guys think? What kind of content should we do? Stuff like that. You know. That, and I was kind of not well mentally. Oh no, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. Wanted to take a break from posting on social for a week for this reason because it kind of stressed me out a bit. Not gonna lie, bro. Same. I feel it. I feel it. Like, I feel the exact same way. I've been trying to post on like TikTok every day, but yeah, I think it's drained me because I'm like every single day I sit down and edit for like an hour or two, and it's very taxing. I'm good. Haven't been here in a long time. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. That's good to hear. Welcome back. Sometimes it's good to take a break from socials. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true. That's what I kind of wanted to do today. I was like, huh, what calms me down. Art. Art calms me down. Yo, if we do a Roblox stream, I'll be there. Yo, really? Okay, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I play a lot of Roblox with Blossom. Blossom, we should do a collab. We should do another collab. Roblox, Roblox, Roblox. Me and Blossom play Roblox a lot. Okay, so chat. Anyways, shall we get started? Shall we get started? I have no references. I'm just gonna draw whatever. I don't care. Let's see. Sketching, music. Okay, there we go. Ooh. This is good, right? It's good, right? I have a new game my friend found. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. We should play. We should play. We should play sometime. We should play sometime. Let me just double check my Discord. Okay, we all good. We all ready, chat? We all ready? But yeah, I do want to do more morning streams. So, you know, let me know when you guys are free. Let me know when you guys are free. What's the game about, Blossom? Okay, let me just zoom in here. Now, I don't have any references or anything like that, so we're just gonna go off vibes. And I think I'll just like make thumbnails today. Not really anything crazy. Or maybe I should redo this. Hold on. Let me just redo this. Delete this. We shall make thumbnails. Because of this, I've been working on my craft a little bit. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I heard, man. That's a really good. I was gonna ask you, like, could you send me that demo you sent in the Discord? I kind of want to try some stuff on it, if you know what I mean. If that's cool with you. If that's cool with you. Hold on, chat. Okay, we good. We good. The Roblox copy of Phasmophobia. Yo, that sounds sick. Okay, okay, okay. We should play. We should play. Should I do this? Okay, let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna do like that. One of that. Undo that. One of that. Tummy ache morning. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, man. I hope you feel better. Morning streams, just maybe some drawing sketch stuff on the side if you want. She. Okay. Okay, I'll do that more. I'll do more morning streams. It's fine. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. Okay, chat. I kind of want to. The other thing is, I kind of want to explore, like, actually making my own manga one day. So that's why I kind of want to do this with you guys. Stream, okay. Okay, how are you? How are you? Arms 123x. That's the thing I've been doing since 3 hours ago. Bro, how's that going? Also, welcome in. How are you? I made the mistake of eating an ungodly amount of food really fast, and ain't no way I can normally eat that much. So I do that a lot too. I do that a lot too, and then I get like the gas, the gas. Also, thank you for the check-in, Kay. We are chilling today. We're doing some art. I kind of just want to do like a little bit of thumbnailing. You know what? Why am I zooming in so much? Just thumbnailing. It's gonna be rough. Okay, we do that. Ugh, don't like that. Okay, let's do the background like that. Wait, you know what? Let me do a layer. Okay, there we go. See, so I can do that. Okay, there we go. AMS not AMS. Oh, okay. Pick in Discord. Okay, let me check. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Also, chat, if you want to join Discord, !Discord to join. Whoa, these are sick. Wait a minute. These are sick. Oh, these are sick. The purple one is nice. Ooh. Ooh, these are sick. Ooh. Honestly, from that day when I finished my Gundam, I can't stop staring at it. I keep staring at it. You know what I mean? Man, I'm so glad to see you guys. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh God, what is this alien? You know what? It's a thumbnail. I don't care. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, wait. If my drawing sucks, I'm sorry, chat. This needs to be bigger. There we go. There we. Oh. 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 Oh my God, it's so ugly. It was like 2 chicken breasts, 2 cups brown rice, 1 sweet potato noodles. Sweet potato noodles? They have that. 1 cup green beans. Yo, that's so healthy. The purple one is the AMS 123X, aka Vargil, the predecessor for the Saza. Yo, I love the Sazabi, bro. I love the Sazabi. That shit is so sick. It's so sick. I'm definitely gonna do more music production streams. That's for sure. Wait, what? Oh, I went too far. Uh, redo, 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 redo. Okay. That Vargil will be upgraded into Moon Gundam later in the lore. Yo, that's actually kind of sick. That's actually kind of sick. That's actually kind of sick. Man, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. Ooh. But it does look sick though. I mean, it has the elements of the Sazabi. It does have the Sazabi elements. Okay, I know I want this area to have something, you know what I mean? Ugh. Maybe I'm going too quick, chat. Maybe I'm going too quick. Hold on. Hey yo, who's sending me a friend request? Hey yo. Hey yo. Hold on, chat. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Hey yo. Some rando. Okay. Want a little thumbnail tip? Sure. Sure. It is. Oh my God. What do I gotta do like lines and stuff? Make a grid? I probably should, shouldn't I? Oh, nope. They ain't supposed to be done good. They are fast 2 3 minutes, then move on to like 20. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you. Thank you, Blossom. For those who don't know, the model I'm using right now, Blossom did the art. So you guys should follow her. She streams as well. Blossom is my friend and my model artist. Please follow them. Thank you. Yeah. Ugh. I can't help not being a perfectionist. I can't help it. I can't help it. Moon and Vargil are the same except for the head and back weapon. The Moon uses standard Gundam head and Crescent Moon looking back weapon. Oh, okay, okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. Some thumbnails don't gotta have line. You can also use big chunk brush to map out composition and values. I know it hard. Okay, that wait, actually that might be a vibe. That might be a vibe. Okay, then the text bubble can go there. Oh wait. Yo, the music kind of vibes right now though. For real. Wait, you know what? Let me try out that. Let me try that out. Let's go. Yeah, let's go bigger. Let's go here. And we go. Ooh. Now my back is hurt after sitting and building nonstop for 3 hours, bro. You gotta take breaks, man. You gotta walk around, bro. You can't do that to yourself. Oh, I get it now. I get it now, Blossom. I understand it now. Then let me put the opacity down a little bit so we can do the Hey, look, I don't know what these are gonna be, but at least there's a nice compositional foundation. You know what I mean, chat? Yeah, I mean, hmm. Do you guys have any tips on like making art for like story based art, like telling a story like this? Thank you, Blossom. You're the best. Thank you. Let me put it to. Can I just do that? Yeah, I can do that. Okay, great. Great. Okay, where am I? I can just do this. What do you guys think so far, chat? Ooh. Well, writing is usually what comes first, then designing character sheets to stay consistent, then thumbnailing and paneling out based on writing. Keep consistent colors and drawing backgrounds first for me because it's hard to draw backgrounds around characters versus putting character in the background for me. Hmm, that is true. I feel that too. I feel like I'd rather like do the backgrounds first. Ooh, I like this composition now, chat. I feel like this is like a chill, conversation between two people. How we looking, chat? How we looking? Oh, what is that? Undo? Oh, I can't undo that. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, let me pick this again. Okay, there we go. That's just my process. So every process different. Yeah, I'm. You know what? I gotta find my process. I gotta find my process. Ooh, that's a bit rough. Okay, let's do this. I just find it like, cause I don't know if I told you guys, I used to write a lot as a child. Like I wanted to like write novels and stuff, and yeah, and people thought I was good. You know, I mean, like friends, teachers, stuff like that. But you know, it's a dream that never really went away. If you guys know what I mean. I'm extra lol and more thinking for comics. I got you. I got you. I'm about to write and illustrate my first children's book, bro. Are you gonna stream it? Are you gonna stream that? Please stream it. I wanna watch. Or like, even if you don't, can I watch it? I'd like to see. Not all of it because it's part of my class. Ah, okay, okay. I see. I'd love to watch, man. I'd love to watch. I love these kinds of lines, chat. I love these kinds of lines. I love that. That's beautiful to me. Shit that I like. You know what I mean? All right, chat. What do we think? What do we think? We got a nice composition. It goes here. Wait, hold on. Let me make this higher, like opacity, like that. Oh, way too big. Way too big. Okay, there we go. Go say here. Go say here. And comes down. Nice. So I'll be doing some work in class time, but I'll stream what I do from home. Okay, okay, I got you. That sounds fun though. I see why you wanna be a children's book illustrator now. It's so fun, bro. It's so fun. I like the aspect of storytelling and all that. I'm a huge fan of good storytelling, you know what I mean? But I do if I do put out something, I know it's probably gonna be like a one shot. But I also want it to be like something where it sticks with people, you know what I mean? Like I like very simple stories. I like literary fiction, like very like slice of life kind of stuff. But I also do like psychological thrillers and stuff like that. So let's see. Who knows? Okay, chat. Okay, let's put the opacity. 7. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. Okay, how my character's gonna look. Okay. I think the hardest part is consistency, right? Like being consistent with it, with the characters. I mean, oh, uh, maybe I need a smaller brush. Ooh. Ref sheets can fix the consist issue if you have front and back and sides drawn out. That is true. That is smart. That is smart. I should do that. I should do that. Thank you, Blossom. Maybe I can do a comic tie-in to like my album and stuff. What do you guys think, chat? Wait, I don't want to do on this line. I don't want to do the backgrounds on this page. Okay, there we go. They are annoying to make at first, but save trouble in the long run. And if you publish your comic, you can make a Patreon for access to see ref sheets and concept art money. That is true. That is true. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder to myself, chat, like, am I doing too much? Because I do a lot of things. If you guys notice, we do a lot of things here. You know, like, what if I do stuff and then it doesn't turn out how I envisioned it, and then I'm like, why did I do it in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, is it even, you know? You can't know if you don't try. That is very true. Thank you, Blossom. That is very true. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I want his neck to be here. Oh. Yeah. This. I'll just be like, hold on. There we go. Personally, I'm learning to do a million different things just to open up the job market for me. If I stayed static and stubborn to one, it will dampen my choices and chances, you know? So I like to find a bunch of things I love doing. That is very true. That is very true. I'm always going to be an advocate here for just try whatever you feel like. You're never going to know. You never know where life will lead you, you know what I mean? I mean, just look at me. I never thought I would be a VTuber, and here we are. Here we are, chat. I really thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be a very serious artist. I'm just gonna be a very serious artist like the weekend, and I'll be. I was like, no, I had to destroy my ego. and like actually be open to things outside of what I know. Ooh, this is coming out nice, chat. Ugh, hold on. Ugh, hold on. I'm a bit too much of a realist. Whatever pays the bills for me. Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. That is also important. I feel ya. I feel ya. Holy shit, chat. Holy shit, it's coming together. Ooh. Wait. Okay. Now the big piece. Now the big piece. What do you guys think so far, chat? What do you guys think? Are we feeling it? Chat, I miss drawing, man. I haven't been drawing in a little bit. And now, after doing this, I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta answer the phone. Hold on. Hello? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright, Chad. Where was I? Where was I? Hmm. Okay, we gotta get the ear right. And do it like that. Like that. And like that. Give it a little, you know? Mmm. Ugh. Let me not do that. Hold on. Don't like that. Oh. There we go. Is that good? Okay, I like that one. Hold on. Ugh. Ooh, chat, it's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together, chat. Ooh. Okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think the head's a bit too forward, but that's, you know what? Just save it like that. Just save it like that. Alright, chat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Are we cooking? I think it's kind of chill. I think it's kind of chill. Okay, let me put one more, but I'll put it below. We don't need this, do we? Yeah, we still need that. So let's wait. Okay. Do we need this? Let's not put that in. Let's take that out, and then we'll go for like a higher opacity brush, maybe like that. Sorry, a higher sized brush. There we go. Okay, then we do some sculpting. Hmm. Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. What the? Marvel Rivals? Hell no. Hell no. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. How are you guys feeling, chat? How are you guys feeling? You guys okay? You guys doing all right? Does it even need a background? You know what? I'm not even gonna do a background. Bruh. But I like this one. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that. There we go, chat. What do you guys think? Oh, hold on. I feel like this is like the climax of the story. You know what I mean? This feels like the climax of the story. If that makes sense. Ooh, my hand. My hand. Oh, my hand hurts. Ooh, hold on. Oh boy. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, my hand. Ooh. What do you guys think, Chad? What do you guys think? I need to work on characters a little bit more. I need to work on characters a little bit more. Uh hmm. Let me get some water, Chad. You guys get some water too. Get some water. Hydrate. Keep yourselves hydrated. You know what? Let me just do the background at least once. I'm gonna do the background at least once. It's gonna be like a pier, right? It's gonna be like a pier. And we do this. And maybe it's like rocks and crustaceans, you know? Not crustaceans, but like rocks. Got like a big rock here. Maybe some logs as well, like some old logs, just to, you know. Ugh, I don't want to do that. Oh, why did it do that? Okay, there we go, Chad. This could be like a building. Yeah, this could be like a seaside house, you know what I mean? And this could be like buildings in the background, you know, coming in through town and stuff. Ugh, why did I do that? Nice. Okay, it's coming together. There we go. It's coming together. Why are people sending me friend requests? What the hell? Okay, chat. Okay. What do we think? What do we think? That's good, huh? That's good, right? What do you guys think? Man, doing this now makes me want to make a comic. For real. Now I really want to make a comic. But first, I gotta really learn how to draw guys. Because this is bad. I like the hair. This is bad. This is bad. Also, I gotta do close ups better. Mm, yeah. What you guys think? What you guys think? Are we vibing with it? Are we vibing? What you guys think? But yeah, Chad, I'll do more morning streams for you guys. No worries. I'll do more of those. I feel like it's fun too, cause like we could just go on and on and on. There we go. Ugh. Just doing the house a little bit. Okay. There we go. We got a nice setting. Setting done. Okay, Chad. Who's ready? Who's ready for YouTube? Who's ready for YouTube? Let me save this. Save. Let's say comic idea. Save. And then let me export this too, because I do want to post this. Export. We'll do JPEG. Save. Okay, I hope it's saved. There we go. Okay, chat. Okay, you guys ready? Let me resize. Hold on. Oh, I can't resize. No. I can't resize. Ah. Okay, let me adjust some things. Wait, hold on. And put it like that. Yeah. Yeah, that works, right? That works. And then I need to change some things. So before that, let's just do an ad break real quick, and then we'll be right back, okay? I just gotta keep the tablet and stuff. Okay? We'll be right back. Okay, chat. So I picked out some videos that we can watch and react to. Okay, I picked out some videos that we can watch and react to. So before we do that, let me just go. Just chatting. Done. And let me turn off the music. That's a great playlist. I like that playlist a lot. Okay. So anyways, let me just check this shit. What the hell? Ignore, man. Ignore. Ignore. Okay, chat. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Let me just get the stuff ready. Okay, there we go. So, I picked out some videos for us to watch. Okay, there we go. Let me know if I'm blocking or anything like that. Gotta fix the volume too. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? This one's called Gerard Way's Batman. Kingdom of the Mad is the greatest comic never made. Okay, let's watch.
So Batman, for those of you who don't know, is a guy who dresses like a bat and fights crime, and he has ears like this. And Gerard Way also dresses like a bat sometimes, but he does so within the context of singing for his band.
I didn't even know he made a comic, bro. I didn't even know he makes comics, bro. That's insane.
Romance, which is probably what he's best known for. But not only is he a musician, he's a writer and artist as well. Within the realm of comic books, he's widely respected, not because he's the lead singer.
Oh yeah, he did Umbrella Academy. Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
My Chemical Romance, but because he's just a great writer on his own. The best known comic that Gerard has worked on is probably Umbrella Academy, which he created, but he also worked on Doom Patrol for DC Comics, and he has his own DC imprint, Young Animal. And also he created the Spider-Man character, the girl with the big spider robot that shows up in the Spider-Verse movies. So I feel the need to tell you all that because
you didn't tell me he's that good. No. That's insane. He's that good? Yo, he makes good characters, yo.
You hear about a celebrity stepping out of their realm and into someone else's, usually it's one of those things to where, oh, this famous person is using their fame to try to get their book published or something like that. And so whenever you hear that the lead singer of My Chemical Romance is a comic book writer, you might think that he's a comic book writer because of his fame, and he's not actually any good, but people are just buying his work because his name is on the cover and they're associating it with My Chemical Romance. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm not saying that people don't buy his work because he's from My Chemical Romance, because that's...
Yeah, you would think that would happen.
Large part of it, but also he's just great on his own. Even if he had never written a piece of music before, he would still be a great writer. And so I say all that because I need you to know that whenever I say that Gerard Way's Batman is the best comic never made, I'm not saying that because he's a singer. I'm saying that because he's a great writer and he has great ideas. So we don't actually know that much about Gerard Way's Batman.
Wait, does he write or like do the art as well? I found out about this through Penny Parker, LMAO. That's the creator of the character. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I didn't even know. I didn't know. Also, let's look at this. Look at the cover, man. The cover is insane. The cover is amazing, bro.
Saying that because he's a great writer and he has great ideas. So we don't actually know that much about Gerard Way's Batman. All that we know is the stuff that was posted to Twitter back in like 2013. So based off of some tweets, Gerard Way pitched Batman Kingdom of the Mad back in about 2008. It was pitched to DC. It was
2008, bro.
Approved, and it was going to be a Vertigo book. Vertigo, for those of you who are unaware, is a mature reader's imprint at DC, or it was, rather. They shut it down, which I cry about every now and then, but whatever. Vertigo Comics would publish Hellblazer, they would publish Swamp Thing, Y the Last Man, American Vampire, The Sandman, Lucifer. They would publish all these adult comics. Stuff where the characters like swore and had sex and it was violent, and oftentimes it was political. But basically the idea behind it is that it was supposed to be a mature reader's book. But this Batman comic was going to be out of continuity, meaning that this wouldn't be the main Batman.
You know he's going to drop some facts when he has a Joy Division shirt on. You know he's gonna drop some facts.
And going forward or anything, it would just be a weird side story. It would be an Elseworlds title, but Elseworlds were stories that were alternate universe stories, so you'd have like Batman as a knight,
Real,
in,
real.
like a Western setting or something of that nature. Two of my favorites were the Batman Thrill Killer books and the Batman Vampire.
Who's your favorite superhero, chat? Who's your favorite superhero? Mine has to be Spider-Man. Hands down, Spider-Man. Hands down, Spider-Man.
Books, which were great. So first I wanted to take a look at the characters that Gerard posted onto Twitter and the art that he posted for them. Then I wanted to talk about what happened to it, and then I wanted to talk about its future, if it has one. So first, taking a look at Batman, this would have been one of the craziest versions of Batman that we've ever seen. The premise is that Bruce Wayne, after his parents were killed, was thrown into Arkham Asylum, and I don't really know why you would throw a kid who's gone through such a traumatic experience into an asylum, but whatever, it's just the way Gotham City is, I guess. So this version of Batman would have been crazy for a number of reasons. One of those reasons being his superpowers. And it's like, yeah, the entire appeal of Batman is that he doesn't have superpowers and he's just a guy. But in this comic, he would have had ESP, he would have been able to see into the future, and he would have been able to turn into a bat. But the thing is that...
Wait, what? What is ESP? What is ESP? What is ESP? Okay, wait. Let me do this. ESP superpowers. Extrasensory perception. Bro, no. That's insane. He's psychological. He's psychological.
That only he would know about these powers, which I kind of love because it kind of turns into an unreliable narrator type thing where it's like, oh, is Batman crazy or does he actually have powers or whatever? I think it probably would have been the first one. I think he probably just would have been crazy, but it's a cool idea. I really love the idea of having a Batman that thinks he can actually turn into a bat, and also he thinks he is a bat. And in some of the concept art, Batman's shown to be...
No, Chad, this makes me want to play Arkham. This makes me want to play Arkham. Should I do an Arkham series with you guys? We can do like an Arkham marathon or something like that. I want to do a marathon with you guys. I want to do a marathon of games. You know what I mean? After Alien, I want to do like a marathon or something like that. I do have a crazy backlog. So that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Yo, sure? Okay. Maybe I'll get like a bat suit done. And then we could do like Batman or something like that. I get a bat suit for like my model.
He's sleeping upside down like a bat. And also he eats rats because bats eat rats, I guess. I don't think they do, but in this they do. One of the craziest details about this Batman is that on the inside of his cape, he would have had a map of his own version of heaven. And it's just so out there, and I love it. I love it because it's not a Batman thing at all.
So
to have a map
insane. What?
Of your own version of heaven on the inside of your superhero cape. It's like, it's crazy.
How does he come up with this? Yo.
But I love it because it's so absurd. It's so far removed from our versions of Batman that we know and love. And so that's what makes it special to me, I think, is just the fact it is so different, but it feels like it has some kind of substance. Also on his cape was a Crusader cross, and he would have had the Robert Pattinson eye makeup, but of course this pitch was done in 2008, so a good 15 years before the Pattinson Batman movie. He also would have had a lock on his suit. I don't really know if that symbolizes anything, but I dig it. And also his face would have been all scarred and messed up. And yeah, it's just a very different version of Batman than what we're used to. Honestly, all of this craziness alone might be too much for some people. It might be enough to turn them off of this concept of Batman entirely, but if you're like me, then you're intrigued by it and you're like, okay, I actually want to read this Batman comic. Then next up you have the Joker, who is going to be 19 in this comic. I couldn't find out how old Batman is supposed to be, but yeah, Joker's 19, so he's a literal teenager. And he was going to have black hair, black rings around the eyes, black lips. Whenever I see this picture of Joker, I can't help but think of Robert Smith, and so part of me feels like that's probably what Gerard Way was going for. This version of Joker has a kid's Dracula mask, which is one of my favorite details, just because, again, it is so different from what you're used to with the Joker. And also, he's dressed in patient's clothes, just because...
Chat, I want to bring up a very important thing. Do you guys remember Batman Beyond? That show was peak, bro. That was my favorite Batman show, bro. Batman Beyond was my favorite Batman show, bro. He was so cool. The character design was so cool, chat. That was so cool.
He's, you know... kid at the asylum. Whenever I think of this comic, this is always the first detail that comes to mind because of how crazy it is.
Hell?
Mr. Freeze's suit would have been made out of...
This is Mr. Freeze, yo.
wreckage of his wife's deadly car crash that killed her. And so I don't know why you would make a free suit out of the car that your wife died in, but it's just so crazy, and so I love it because of that. This version of Riddler is really interesting because the Riddler has a mask, and the Riddler doesn't really have a mask, you know, until, again, the Pattinson Batman movie. There's a painting that's mentioned in the notes for the Riddler, and I had to look it up because I didn't know it by name, but anyways, it's this one, the guy with the apple in front of his face, and that was Gerard's inspiration.
The amount of research Gerard Way did for this, yo, that's insane.
For the Riddler, or actually, inspiration might be the wrong word, maybe it was just a point of reference to use for the Riddler's costume, because the Riddler has the same kind of bowling hat as the figure in the painting. I saw online where someone said that this Riddler design reminded them of Rorschach from Watchmen.
I like people who are insanely like gifted in one aspect, and then you just find out like they're actually hyper creative. That's insane to me, Chad. That's insane.
But I really dig the question mark Riddler mask, and I think that one really cool thing about this is the fact that if you look at Gerard Way's notes for a lot of these characters, he's not happy with the way that the designs look. So with the Riddler, if you read the notes, Gerard wanted to give the Riddler a black hat and make his clothes darker overall. And I don't know what the final book would have looked like, but I really love these concept art pages with their very muted colors, because it would have given the story a very simple but unique look. There's a page of concept art for the Penguin, where Gerard just says that the Penguin needs to be scarier, and calls the Penguin an honorable judge. Whoa. Which I assume is sarcastic. But I love the idea of taking a penguin that already has like razor sharp teeth and just trying to make him scarier. Gerard said that there wouldn't be a Harley Quinn in the book, but there would be a Catwoman who would have been very strange. There was one picture of Two-Face posted where it says that Two-Face is supposed to have blue skin, maybe. This version of Two-Face is interesting to me because I've always thought that he was supposed to be a cop, but someone posted that they think he was supposed to be an asylum guard. But regardless, the fact that he's not a lawyer is what makes him interesting. So I really would have liked to know how that change would play into the story. And then last but not least, we have Batman's sidekick, Robin, who Gerard described as being the only character who isn't completely nuts. I really dig the Robin gloves because they're very kind of ornate looking and stylish, and I don't know, I like them. Also, it seems like this Robin was supposed to be somewhat based off of Mikey Way, who's Gerard Way's younger brother. And this led me down a huge rabbit hole because Gerard on Twitter was like, yeah, you know, this Robin was kind of based off of Mikey, and even has Mikey's medal that Mikey had from the Black Parade.
Oh wow,
I
that's
should mention this. Mikey Way also plays with Gerard in My Chemical Romance, and whenever they played the Black Parade album, they wore these costumes, and Mikey's had a medal. Like the kind of medal that you would be given for service in the military or something of that sort. And the reason why Mikey has a medal on his Black Parade uniform is because Mikey played a character who died in a music video that came out 2 years before the Black Parade for a song called The Ghost of You. And The Ghost of You was on 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, which had nothing to do with the Black Parade. And so I don't really know what the
layers
is, but anyway.
The layers is crazy. Yo, the layers is crazy.
Anyways, Mikey has a medal. And so I was
That's insane, bro. The storytelling is insane, bro. The lore. Oh my god. This would have been crazy.
Okay, well, Mikey's medal on his Black Parade jacket is like a military type thing, but then Robin's is a bird. His medal is a bird, and so I'm like, why does Robin have a bird medal?
This is why I like art, Chad. You can literally do anything. That song was my emo era. Black Parade, man. When I was a wee lad, man, me too. Every time I hear the piano, oh yeah, Ghost of You. Oh yeah. That mine too. I used to rewatch that video so much. At the edge of the world, the last day I see you, I never coming home.
And I was like, oh, he has a bird medal because Gerard didn't want to do the classic Robin R, and so he replaced it with a bird medal.
Yo, that's actually so
Mikey's
cool.
Medal, but now it's a Robin medal. And
that's actually so cool. That's a sick detail. No way.
It's a really weird connection. But yeah, in my opinion, this Robin looks the most like an Umbrella Academy character. I think it's mostly just because of the mask, though, and also because Gerard Way drew it and did the original art for the Umbrella Academy. And this is one thing I've always wondered about. Would Gerard have drawn this comic? Because he would have written it, but would he have actually drawn it? If I had to bet money on it,
bro,
I would say
they
no.
both can draw. Yo, the brothers, man, the brothers.
And the reason why is because Gerard hasn't actually drawn any of the comics he's written. He's always had other people do the art, and it makes sense because the art takes a long time. So this is a major misconception that a lot of people have. This series was never rejected by DC. It was never canceled by DC. Rather, it never got made because Gerard says that he got busy. And it makes sense to me because the pitch was approved in 2008, so Gerard would have been working on Umbrella Academy at the time, and also would have been recording conventional weapons, which would have then been canned, for lack of a better term, so that way they could make Danger Days, and then they would have toured Danger Days, and then the band would have tried to make a fifth record, and then they stopped making the fifth record, and then they broke up in early 2013, and then Gerard was talking about this in mid-2013, so I believe him when he says that he was busy. So that is the reason why this book was never made, was because of Gerard. And I don't say this like in a pointing a finger way and being like, Gerard, you held up this masterpiece, but, you know, just a lot of people blame DC for it, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of people think that the editors at DC rejected Gerard's pitch or some crap like that, but that's not what happened. So I really love this take on Batman because it's so different from what we're used to, and so it just looks like a kind of complete vision.
No, somebody should finish this. Somebody should finish this, chat. Somebody needs to finish this and then make it to like a actual comic or like a game.
Different version of Batman, but it looks like its own unique, cohesive vision.
DC, please, please, DC, please.
That would have been something special. None of Gerard, the ideas here strike me as things that were, you know, put in by editors or the people trying to sell the comic. It just seemed like Gerard was just kind of making stuff up and being like, oh, what if Batman had ESP? What if Mr. Freeze made his suit out of the wreckage of his wife's car crash? And it's just all these crazy ideas, and they all come together, and it just is unlike anything else I've ever seen related to Batman. And also, I just really love the goth looking designs. I undeniably prefer a more gothy Batman as opposed to a more realistic Batman. And like I was saying at the beginning, Gerard Way is a great writer.
That's an interesting take, though. You know what? It is a very interesting take. I like the gothic aspect. I like the cyber goth stuff in Batman Beyond.
So if this comic had actually been made, could it have bombed? Could it have been garbage? Yeah, it could have been, but also it could have been amazing. I mean, the fact of the matter is that I read about it for the first time like 7 or 8 years ago, and it has been in my head ever since. So basically, Gerard posted all of this stuff, all these pictures and thoughts onto Twitter in 2013, and then I can't find anything else after that until 2017, when Gerard is talking about his Young Animal imprint, and he's asked about writing Batman, and says that he doesn't want to mess with the darkness, essentially. He didn't feel like he was in a dark enough place to write Batman, and so he didn't want to kind of embrace that darkness. And if
that is kind of true, Chad. I feel that, like, the moment you try and do something dark, if you don't get into that place, the work doesn't feel authentic. You know what I mean? I feel that too. Especially when I write like really sad songs. I feel that.
If you look at all the books that Gerard was associated with at this time, all those Young Animal books, there isn't anything particularly edgy or super grimdark or anything like that. It's all pretty colorful. So Gerard didn't want to mess with it in 2017, but also he said that they weren't planning on reuniting My Chemical Romance. So, things change. And especially with the reunited My Chemical Romance, they've only released one song at the time of recording since coming back, and it was The Foundations of Decay, which is among their darkest work. And honestly, it might be my favorite song that My Chemical Romance has ever put out. And so there's been this question in my mind for a while. Is Gerard ready to embrace the darkness, or however you want to phrase it now? Is he in a place where he can write this Batman comic? And I don't know the answer to that. So I'll ask another question. Do I think this book will ever come out? And the answer is probably not. Honestly, I don't really expect it to come out ever. And that makes me sad to say. But my reasoning for that is simple, which is just that it's been 15 years since this comic was approved, and it hasn't ever come out. And so at this point, I can't help but feel that it's probably not a time issue so much as it's probably an interest issue. Because it's like, I don't know how much of an interest I have in stuff that I was doing 15 years ago. You grow and you change as a person, and so if Gerard were...
He's right though, Chad. He's right. I have a lot of projects like this where like, I'm not feeling it anymore. I want to move on.
To write Batman now, it might look completely different, or maybe it could look the exact same. I honestly have no clue, and I don't really care to speak too much more on this because it feels like I'm just kind of speculating on Gerard's state of mind or whatever, and that's weird. But if for no other reason, then I would be skeptical of this book coming out simply because of the fact that Gerard posted all this stuff to Twitter. Because it doesn't make sense to me that you would start telling people about your project and showing off concept art if you actually intended to make the thing. Because wouldn't you want to just make the thing and show them the final product as opposed to the stages of development that you're going through? And again, I don't really know what Gerard was thinking or why this comic never got made or whatever. But I will say this, Gerard, if you ever need help writing this comic, call me.
Yo,
So yeah, that's Batman Kingdom
the
of Mad,
plug.
the greatest comic that Gerard Way never made. They did turn the Batman and Joker drawings that Gerard posted into figures, which look super cool, but also seem super expensive. So
Yo, those are
that's why I
sick
don't have them.
though.
So I would be interested in hearing what other people have to say about this. I saw where a lot of people online were talking about the Joker and how they just hated the Joker. They were on board with everything else about the comic, but they're like, a 19-year-old Joker without green hair and with black hair who looks kind of like Robert Smith, this is too far for me. And so I find that kind of hilarious, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that this comic actually would have been great? Or do you think it's a little too crazy for its own good? Do you think it belongs in the asylum, I guess is what I'm trying to ask. So thank you for watching and have a...
Yo, W video, bro. W video. W video. Okay. I have another video for us. Okay, there we go. So, this is a little bit more interesting. This dumb robot is changing lives in Japan. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me put this down a little bit. There you go. Okay, you guys ready?
Getting insane. And they promise...
Oh, wait. Let me rewind.
Robots are getting insane. And
the robots are everywhere, chat.
They promise to transform industries and even entire economies. And thanks to AI, they're accelerating faster than ever. But this one, it can't even walk. Yet these guys keep making them, because it's actually tackling a problem that none of these other machines really solved. And it's actually changing people's lives without AI. I spent the last couple of weeks in Tokyo to try to...
I love this lady's videos too, chat. Like, it's very, very well researched, informative, you know, stuff like that.
Understand how they're actually doing this. So I want to tell you the story behind this and the story of the founder, because I really think it can change the way that we look at robots and how we experience this strange new world. So my personal curiosity with robots,
I'm seeing robots everywhere, chat. Seeing robots everywhere.
First started a couple of years ago when a humanoid robot accurately guessed my age. And there was something kind of creepy about this experience. I know it's not a human, but it could see, it could reason based on what it saw, and it kind of moves and looks like a human. And maybe I just watched too much sci-fi, but this could come from a real rational fear of being replaced. According to the study...
Hi Ice, how are you? We're watching this video. We did art earlier, but now we're watching this video. How are you? Welcome in.
That literally came out last week. AI and robots...
They talk about robots.
Create 170 million new roles by 2030.
What?
But it will also displace 92 million jobs.
Wow.
And transitioning all these people to these new types of jobs, it's not really going to be that easy because they require completely different skill sets. So what happens when we start to get more of these robots that can not only do the...
This is Detroit Become Human, chat. This is Detroit Become Human.
...manual labor, but also see you and reason and talk to you like a person.
Hi, can I ask you some questions?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you a social person?
Very shy.
Ah, shy. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Chifuyu, and she is not an AI.
Wait, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, these ones have like actual people using the robots.
Was a stage sound operator for 15 years until at the age of 35, she was suddenly diagnosed with a disease called chronic fatigue syndrome.
Oh no.
It makes me exhausted when I walked about 10 meters.
So instead, she uses these avatar robots to work at this cafe in Tokyo, where instead of replacing humans, it creates jobs for a group of people who are typically left behind.
Yo, that's cool. Yo, that's W, man. That's cool.
I have a camera on my forehead, so I can see you very well. I'm operating this robot using a laptop PC at home. Yeah, and I can move my head and hands with a single click.
One last question. Can you tell me one of the weirdest people you met?
It's a very difficult question.
In
Hmm.
Japanese, these robots are called bunshin, which translates into dividing the body. The ninja art
It's the avatars.
of bunshin no jutsu means clone technique, where you divide the body into multiple
Hey
copies
yo, hey yo, hey.
and control them. And here at
Naruto.
Dawn Cafe, there's 3 different types of bunshins, piloted by people who've lost function of their bodies as paid
Oh, that is so sick
employees
though. I mean, like, it's so nice. They can, have a normal job and stuff. That's cool.
at this cafe. This is Naoki. He has severe heart failure and he's waiting for a heart transplant. And it's a condition that doesn't allow him to work a normal job. There were some awkward moments during this interaction.
I'm not infinite robot, okay?
Sorry.
It's a robot joke.
What did you do before Orihime operator?
Yeah, office worker.
Where are you from?
Yeah, Tokyo Shinjuku.
But bunshin also means alter ego.
Last
yo.
time you said you were the Japanese Tom Cruise.
I'm more handsome than Tom Cruise.
Hey yo.
Let's go. I take out the kettle with my right hand and I will pour the coffee with my left hand. I will turn back to the front. Okay, hello again. 2,
Look at him go,
3.
man. How long do you think it takes to like actually learn to use the robot chat? Because that's gonna be like, you probably need some finesse to work the robot. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying like maybe like, I'd say like a month. I'd say like maybe people train for like a month.
Okay, applause. Thank you. Oh, please give me more applause. Come on. Kettle is warm.
Hold on. And I.
Smells very good. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's very good.
Yeah.
And that's how a pilot makes coffee. This barista robot is from Kawada Robotics. This is Kawada-san. And his company actually specializes in industrial robots. But somehow they got involved in the cafe.
I believe we met in 2019 at this event called Lives Tokyo. Then Ori-san said there's this one lady who used to be a barista. One day when she was training, her arms didn't work. Then she was diagnosed with ALS. So she lost her job and she's staying home in Nagoya, which is 300 kilos away from here. Ori-san wanted her to be barista again. Engineers are here and she's over there. They never ever met. But she would tell how to move the hot water, how slowly to press it down, what would be nice movement for the robot to be serving the coffee. And without meeting at all, they created the telebarista.
Since coming here to Japan,
Wow,
I've
that's insane, chat. That's crazy.
decided to completely change the direction of the video because I found this to be a much more interesting story. And this seamless collaboration with my team would not have been possible without Milanote, who is
Oh,
also
man, here we go, the
sponsor.
Milanote
Installing
ads.
Clear
Hold
and
on.
Endless. Sign up using the link in the description.
Aren't you cold? Are you alright?
What I found interesting is that this robot was using human tools. And that's because the Kawada robots are actually designed specifically for an economy like Japan, which is full of small companies who's not quite big enough to buy assembly robots to perform one specific task. Because they need someone who can do a variety of things, like painting or packaging. So humans are naturally the best for this kind of job, because we have these amazing things called hands, but Japan also has a shrinking labor force. So these robots are designed to work side by side with humans. It can change hands and it can reconfigure itself for a variety
Bro, we're
of
living in the
tasks.
future. Oh,
But
hold on.
despite being human size, Kawada-san had a very strong
We're living in
opinion
the
on what the
future,
robots
chat.
should look like.
These robots, they look like robots. They don't look, or I don't think they're trying to resemble anything like a human. Is that a intentional design choice, or is it more like economical to design it like this?
The robot is a tool. So tools should look like a tool. But for industrial robot, it should say what it cannot do. I mean, the robot is not very smart, That's why the head is so small. Have 2 arms, so it's predictable how it moves. Yes, to answer your question, the appearance is very intentional. Problem with the human-shaped robot is people expect it to be able to do everything, but it really can't. If it resembles too much like a human, people feel it's creepy.
That is kind of true. I feel that too. Uncanny
He's
Valley.
talking about the uncanny valley
There we
effect,
go. What did I say?
which was coined in the 1970s by the roboticist Masahiro Mori, describing the sensation of discomfort that we feel when confronted with human-like entity. And this graph describes it pretty well. As an artificial being gets closer to human likeness, there's a certain point, just at the point of being almost human, that makes us feel extremely uncomfortable. In that sense, the Orihimes are really well designed. The Orihimes can also be controlled by simply pressing a button or moving it around on your iPad. This is what the pilot
Yo,
can
that's
see.
actually kind of
And
cool.
with a simple click, the Orihimes can create gestures and expressions. Some of these people have never had movement in their necks or hands. So for a lot of people, this is the first time that they're able to express their emotions like this. But before getting into the robots, I want to tell you a little bit about the person behind this.
そうなってしまっていること自体がすごく申し訳なくって、自分なんかいなくてはならな、いない方がいいのにと思ってしまうこと自体がとても辛かったですね。
This is Ori Yoshifuji, the roboticist behind the Orihimes. He was ill between elementary through middle school, and he was bedridden for about 3.5 years.
Whoa.
And during this time, he experienced
3.5 years. My God, that's crazy.
extreme isolation. So he decided to go into robotics with the core goal of eliminating loneliness.
You're limiting certain things from the design. Was that a part of the design process when you were designing the robots?
私はいくつか、方法を考えたときに人形劇、あるいは、人形浄瑠璃というものが、日本のね、能の世界であって、人形浄瑠璃やったりとか能ですね。
No masks are neutral by design, and they rely entirely on the performer to bring them to life. These 3 completely different expressions, yeah, they're all from the same mask, just viewed from different angles.
Wait,
So a
what?
slight tilt of the head
Oh,
or a change.
hold on, chat. I gotta. My phone's about to die. I gotta charge it. Okay, there we go. Wait. Why is it not charging, bro? Charge, man. Charge. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, we should be good. Let me see. Okay, we good. Back to it.
Change in posture or the way the light hits the mask can completely transform the expression. The Orihime work in a very similar way. Instead of showing pre-programmed emotions on a face screen, they depend on the pilot's ability to project their feelings through movement. It's not just about pushing buttons. The pilot actually has to align their intent with every pose that they choose. But before even getting into these robots, Ori actually tried a couple different experiments. The first thing he designed was a wheelchair.
車椅子を作っていたんですが、車椅子があっても移動ができない人たちにたくさん出会ったことで、やはり車椅子でも参加できない移動困難な人たちが社会に参加できる方法を研究することにしました。
Ori just told me that he realized even high-tech wheelchairs couldn't help people in society. Seems pretty obvious, but I had to move my Airbnb, and I realized there's no elevators. The built environment in Japan is just not designed for accessibility, and I really think that even the most high-tech wheelchair is not gonna help.
Hi. As you can see, these robots take up quite a lot of space, and they move along
Oh,
this
they have lines.
black line. And, you know, if I was a business, I would want to try to cluster the space as much as possible and pack in as many tables.
But by creating space for the Orihimes to move around, the space actually becomes accessible. In architecture, we actually have a name for this. See, curb cuts were originally put in place for wheelchair users, but actually it ended up helping other groups of people, like people pushing strollers or cyclists. So we call this the curb cut effect. Features designed for specific groups often end up helping a broader population. But it
That's
wasn't
cool.
until he met this online stranger that he started actively developing these robots.
もう今から10年以上前なんですが、寝たき
Sorry,
り
gotta look
の
now. Yeah, no worries, man.
男から
Have a good
メールが
look.
来ました。彼は顎を使ってパソコンを使っていたんですよね。人生を想像することができなかったし、私はたった3
Wait, I
年
missed that.
男
Hold on.
からメールが来ました。彼は顎を使ってパソコンを使っていたんですよね。人生を想像することができなかったし、私はたった3年半で孤独で苦しんでいたわけですが、20年寝たっきりの人が社会に戻れるんだろうか、どうやって参加するんだろうか。
He's talking about Banda, who was in an accident when he was 4 years old, and he was
No.
paralyzed from neck down. So he hired Banda to be his first pilot to test out the first iteration of the Orihimes.
And how did you feel when you saw him first time using the orihime?
彼は寝たっきりなので首を動かしたこともないし、腕を動かしたこともないんですよね。相槌というものを彼は知りませんでした。
Aizuchi is this thing that Japanese people do that's like, it's a way of communicating to the other person that you're paying attention. But a lot of it is kind of relying on body language as well.
That's
And
true.
according to Ori, this helped Banda join the circle of people. So using the Orihimes, Banda could finally communicate and go different places.
You know what, chat? Honestly, I feel like what these robots are doing for people, I feel like that's what VTubing is doing for like people who want to make content and who want to stream and all that. I think it's a beautiful thing, man. I think it's a beautiful thing.
But there was a
I mean, look at Iron Mouse. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing.
key piece that was missing. He didn't have a reason to be at a certain place. And without this purpose, he never felt like he belonged anywhere. And that's where the cafe comes in. At the cafe, they work, they serve people, and they have a routine, and they have a role. The architecture in this case is the glue that ties everything together.
いわば織姫というのはヘッドマウントディスプレイの逆で VR 世界からリアル世界に行くためのツールと言えるかもしれません。大事なことは選択肢があることだと思ってます。選択肢がないから人は孤独になってしまったり、自分の望まない人生を歩むことになってしまう。
So, in
That
the
is true.
end, it's about choice. Having a choice is what puts everyone on an equal plane. There was one thing that I noticed while I was there. This was when the cafe was about to close.
てくださってるからミカちゃん前を向くと顔が見えるか
The Orihimes were chatting amongst themselves.
ちょうどいいかもしれない今 Let's right
There are things in the physical space that
That's
the
crazy.
planned world of the virtual space doesn't provide. You can make little chit chats and you can make conversation, and it's these in between moments that actually create this human connection. In fact, that's how I came across this cafe, and that's also how Ori and Kawada met each other, because their booths just happened to be next to each other in this conference.
折り紙はね、すごくこう丁寧に綺麗に折らなくてはならないということをよく言われてたんですけど、私はそういうのがあまり好きじゃなかったんですよ。こういう折り方があってもいいんじゃないかということで創作折り紙を10歳ぐらいから始めました。ね、しかしその時に創作折り紙をやっていたことが将来のものづくりにつながりましたね。なので折り紙は私の原点です。だからオーリーと名乗ってます。
The world is not perfect. You know, life is messy. And I think these robotic inventions, rather than helping us be more perfect or more efficient, highlights the beauty in the spaces in between.
Damn, chat. W video. Damn.
My name is Koki. I'm serving this table today. I'm operating this robot from my home 360 kilometers away from the cafe in Nihonbashi, Tokyo.
すごいあ、後ろに来ましたよ
Look at that, chat. People are
岡山
using
県の
it.
方もすごく暑くてもうなんかそうなんです
Damn. Damn, Chad. Damn, that made me cry. That made me cry a little bit. Little bit. Damn, that's beautiful, man. Shit, that's beautiful. Damn.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。バイバイ。
Bye.
バイ。
That's so cute. Wait. Damn, that's so chill, bro. What? Chat. No, that's a W video, bro. That shit is crazy. No. That shit was crazy. Oh, W video, chat. W video. Okay, let's see. She has other videos too. I've seen this Akira one. It's pretty good. Let me see. Hold on. What do we want to watch? Let me see. Some of these look interesting. Hidden Secret of Dune's Darkest Planet. Okay, maybe not. Dune Cities, fiction or reality? Okay, maybe not. Ooh, this is sick. Oh my god. Wait, okay. Let's watch this one. Wait, actually, you know what? Maybe that's like way too long. Hold on. Maybe this one,
In the
Chad.
next 5 to 10 years, we could have at least one.
Wait, what we have wrong about living on the moon? Okay, seems interesting.
Habitat on the moon. Because NASA, ESA, China, Russia, and Japan are
Or we
all
can play a
racing
game
together.
too, chat.
And some of the
If you guys
proposals
want.
are wild. And I got to go see some of them. From origami modules to underground colonies inside lava tubes. But the moon is, well, it's brutal. Imagine 14 days of night, 14 days of sun.
'Kay.
freezing cold.
So Gunpla Builder beginning G, it got some good tip for builder in it. Gunpla Builder beginning G. What is that a YouTube? Gunpla Builder beginning G. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Wait, I can't really play this though. I can't really play that. I'll play it next time. I'll put it on my watch later.
In the next 5 to 10 years, we could have at least one.
We can watch it in the Discord sometime, you know? We can watch it in the Discord.
habitat on the moon. Because NASA, ESA, China, Russia, and Japan are all racing to get there. And some of the proposals are wild. And I got to go see some of them.
People still want to go to the moon? That's crazy.
Origami modules to underground colonies inside lava tubes. But the
Whoa.
moon is, well, it's brutal. Imagine 14 days of night, 14 days of sun, freezing cold,
14 days of night and 14 days of sun, bro.
no atmosphere, radiation, and the constant danger from meteoroids. I mean, sure, maybe we could survive, but could we really live there? And how important is architecture in all this? Because designing a place to feel human, that's a whole different challenge.
I hope there are lunar titanium on moon. It's the main material for the Gundam RX-78-2 armor, bro. Only one way to find out. We gotta go. We gotta build the first Gundam. The first working Gundam. We gotta start it. Who's gonna be Charles?
All of these agencies are planning on going to the moon's south pole, because that's where you're gonna find the moon's most unique feature, a permanently shadowed region, aka PSR.
The dark
It's
side of the
essentially
moon.
Craters untouched by sunlight for billions of years. And apparently, some of them trap enough ice, and therefore water, to supply the city of New York for 2 years. And
Wow.
water isn't just for drinking. It's oxygen for breathing, and it's hydrogen for rocket fuel. But at the same time, the rim of these craters receive almost constant sunlight, making it the perfect place for solar farms. And that's what the early phase of the lunar habitation's for, finding key resources
And
like
that's
ice
phases?
and energy with smaller crews and shorter missions. They're going to use this to build phase 2, which is a lunar base.
First moon. Hold on. 2022 test without crew. Did that happen? 2026 crewed lunar flyby. 2027 first moon landing. Damn. 2027 first moon landing. Water, probably some Decepticon piss or alien piss, bro. What was that movie? Was it the one with the Fallen, or was it the one with like Sentinel? I forgot. What was it? Dark Side of the Moon? I forgot. Lunar rover delivered.
They're going to use this to build phase 2, which is a lunar base camp designed for larger teams or even entire communities, staying for months. What I
Nah,
found
NASA
really
is
interesting
planning.
is that each proposal for each phase is so fundamentally different. Like with buildings, we have the structure, the floor plates, the envelope, and the systems, and we have variations of that. But with these, for things as essential as radiation protection, the solutions are very different. And I guess it's because we're still in the super early stages, but it also means that most of these
Bro,
extremely
moon colonies. Oh man, moon colonies. Well, that's how they do it in the 1960s. Yeah, that's true.
well thought out and elaborate schemes are almost guaranteed to fail. This is a proposal by the architecture firm SOM
Whoa.
in collaboration with MIT and the European Space Agency. And the approach is
This shit
to
looks like Star Trek. This shit looks like Star Trek.
prefabricate the whole habitat on Earth and send it to the moon. Like most proposals, the modules are compressed for the launch
Lunar flyby, and lastly Apollo 11. Bro, come on, man.
and then inflated on site. But what's unique is that by combining these inflatable
Hey Cap, how are you? We're watching this video on living in the moon. Or on the moon. How are you? Hold on, man. Let me give you a shout out. Hold on. What have you been up to? What's good? Good morning. Good morning, bro. How have you been? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I'm okay. We did some art earlier. I did some comic panels for fun because I want to try it out. Oh, you were playing Repo. That's right. Everybody go follow Cap. Cap has a new song out. Cap makes music too. Right, Captain? Right? Just got through the weekend. Dropped that song in between there. It's been wild. Bro, that song is so good. The only problem with Lunar Outpost is the food supply. Yeah, that is true. They gotta work on that. You know that movie, The Martian? It's gotta be like that. Matt Damon. I don't trust it if Matt Damon isn't going. Matt Damon's gotta go.
shells with a composite perimeter frame.
Like, why are people sending Katy Perry to space? Send Matt Damon. How did your auditions go? It was alright. But we are gonna do an internal audit because I want to go through everyone again with my other friends, and I want to, I don't wanna give any biased takes. I want to, take my time and, get outside opinions and sift through all the entries. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna do that. Don't worry. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun.
Most of the mechanical system and structural loads are carried on the outer edge, meaning the interior space can stay relatively open and flexible. For radiation shielding, they're proposing a water layer. Each module currently supports about 4 crew members, but over time, the idea—
This is a lot of architecture. Bet. Hope you had some talented people you can work with. Yeah, there's a few. I'm really excited. There's a few. Some people with insane talent. Did Katy Perry pass the Kármán line? Kármán line is the border between Earth, atmosphere, and space. You know what? I'm not too sure. But let's check. Did Katy Perry pass the Kármán line? Yes, Katy Perry did pass the Kármán line during a Blue Origin space flight. Whoa. Okay, that's crazy. Yo. That's crazy. She was part of an all-female crew that traveled aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. On April 14, 2025, the mission launched. The mission included a brief trip beyond the Kármán line, which is the internationally recognized boundary between Earth's atmosphere and outer space. The flight lasted about 11 minutes, with several minutes spent experiencing weightlessness and enjoying views of Earth. Not bad. The more you know.
The idea is that multiple modules could be linked to form this moon
So technically, she an astronaut, a tourist astronaut. Yeah, technically.
village. But it's also a very beefy
It's kind of ironic because she has the song E.T. Right? You're so hypnotizing. Would you be a devil? Would you be an angel? You're...
structure. So in a lunar habitat, there's two essential components to the
It looks like an igloo.
the protective shell, which shields you from radiation and meteorites and the extreme temperature difference, and the interior habitat shell, which has the living components with toilets and storage and stuff like that. In this project, both the inner and outer layers are prefabricated on Earth and then sent to the moon. But isn't that kind of heavy and expensive? Especially when you start sending multiple modules. According to NASA's CLIPS program, sending small payloads to the moon can cost up to $1 million per kilogram.
Per kilogram?
To
Per kilogram? Per kilogram? No.
send this can of Coke, it could cost $330,000.
No way.
There's definitely projections from SpaceX's Starship that could bring down the cost from $10,000 a kilogram to just $93 per kilogram. But
Starship.
that's only to the low Earth orbit, which you can kind of think of as a fueling station for getting to.
Even sending 1 liter of water can cost probably more than 10K. Sheesh. Sheesh. I think they'd only have to like send in materials required to generate stuff on the moon, but even then, like, you can't generate much too, right? You can't generate much. So
To the moon. And taking it from low Earth orbit to the moon is still much more expensive. And because the time horizon for these first few lunar habitats is much earlier than potentially building better and more efficient rockets, I do wonder if it's not better to look at a more lightweight approach. Because in the end, every dollar saved on a launch is a dollar invested back into protecting the
an April probably costs a few hundreds of dollars, probably. Yeah, that's true.
astronauts and giving them a more livable home.
Here's the alien ship.
Yeah, for alien.
Yo, E.T. Wait, what is this? What is it? No. The UFO.
This is student.
I accidentally came across this project last year at the Watt Museum in Tokyo, and I found it so fascinating that I decided to go back to Japan to find out more. Because unlike a lot of the other habitat proposals, in a way, this is a fundamentally different approach. Instead of building on top of the crater, these modules leverage the existing geological features on the moon by placing them inside the PSR or a lunar lava tube. If you don't know what a lava tube is, they are super cool.
Okay, carry
Over
on.
3 billion years ago, the moon was a big ball of magma. Over time, the lava started to harden on the outside, creating this crust layer, but the lava inside kept flowing. Then some of that lava
Yo, that's kinda cool.
leaked to the surface.
Hold on, let me see this. Water and oxygen can be produced via recycling. Mostly water can be recycled. I didn't remember how they make oxygen on it. AKA International Space Station. Oh, ISS. That's true. Okay. I see what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Surface, leaving behind this.
That's cool though.
hollow
I want to
tunnel.
know how they do it.
When a part of the roof collapsed, it creates this
Like the
opening that
actual
they're calling
recycling
a
process.
skylight. They're actually quite common on Earth, like in Hawaii or in Iceland. But the ones on the moon, they're much bigger. Some could even fit entire
Whoa.
cities inside. The
That's
existence of lunar
huge.
lava cubes has been debated for years, but recent data from orbiters strongly suggests they're real. It's only not officially been confirmed because we actually haven't been there. So now we essentially have a natural cave that can provide protection from radiation and meteorites and even the extreme temperature fluctuations. And get this, temperatures deep inside a lava tube stay around negative 20 degrees Celsius year round. And near the entrance, close to the surface, it can actually reach up to 17 degrees Celsius.
Yo, that's like
Especially when
perfect.
you compare to the 300 degree swing on the surface. It's actually not so bad. It's practically Canada.
Hey yo.
Anyways, because these modules are designed to sit on the inside of these protected areas, it actually doesn't require such a heavy-duty external shell. The module includes an overhang structure, which drops the habitat, and there's legs that expand and stabilize the structure on the terrain. All of these elements, as well as the solar panel, fold into a single transportable system that weigh between 8
Wow,
to
that's
10 metric
genius.
tons. They're able to achieve this level of structural optimization by borrowing principles from nature and origami. But I've always had a problem with origami structures, because to me, the beauty of origami is that by the act of folding, you can turn the single material into a structure, and the skin itself becomes the structure without any additional components. So it's an extremely efficient system. But once you scale it to the size of a building and use real building components like wood or metal, you do need to start introducing a bunch of hinges to actually move the components, because the material is hard.
That
And
is true.
At this point,
In the end, it's all about the cost. Yeah, that's true. I get that. It's probably gonna be like, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. If you want to colonize a planet, might be worth it. You know what I mean? Might be worth it. The cost might be worth it.
it's not really any different from any other structure. It just looks.
Oh, we gotta do ads. We gotta do ads, Chad. Brace yourselves. We gotta do ads. I'll pause. I'll wait for you guys. I'll wait. Don't worry. I'll wait. Just let me know when the ads are done. Okay? I'll wait. Don't worry. Let me check some stuff. Oh my god. I think it's my friend's birthday. I forgot. Damn. Okay, chat. Okay. We back? Are you guys back? You guys back? You guys good? Are you guys back? No nation can claim anything in space due to space treaty. I don't remember what the exact name or when they are ratified. Oh. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that. It's good to know. That's good to know. So would it be like a unified kind of colonization of space, like a humanity kind of thing? Or how would that work? Yeah, I mean?
It's like origami. So I was a little bit skeptical.
The metal plate or metal bar fold and deploy again and again breaks, right? It is called fatigue failure. Yeah, but with the curved grease, the fatigue failure cannot happen so much.
But after talking to him, I realized that they had figured out a way to minimize the hinges by using curved creases.
Yo, that's
and
smart.
Introducing what he called sakura dimples.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Essentially, these dimples introduce rigidity to the panels, meaning you can control where it folds. It depends on quite a lot of things, actually, like the placement and also the shape and depth and density, and even the sharpness of the dimples.
Experimenter.
Like this.
So it deploys like this.
Yes.
Yo, that's kind of cool.
And as you hold, like this. You pull.
Like this.
So after the hundreds of testing, first with wire models and then with large-scale mock-ups, they achieved an extremely lightweight structure that snaps into shape by adding air pressure. It's an extremely passive deployment system that can be deployed without a crane or a robot. And one of the things I learned in this whole research is that the tools that you need to actually deploy the system are just as important as the system itself. But even if we solve the challenge of landing these first habitats, scaling these habitats, it's a whole new problem, which leads us to phase 2. Longer stay, semi-permanent lunar base camps.
Ooh.
Raph, I think we have a slight situation. The primary oxygen system modules, they're still back on Earth.
You forgot the oxygen. Classic. All right, let's pull up charter and let's see what else this breaks. Oh, and they are also the sponsor of this video. This is where Vtuber charters, a collaborative system and program management platform that connects equipment, teams, and mission requirements, makes all the difference. Even a small mistake, like missing the oxygen, ripples through everything. Life support, energy systems, mission timelines, and it's all traceable. You know exactly who changed what, when, and why.
Okay, with the project management shit. Okay.
Now, back to the video.
There we go.
Most of these proposals rely on using the moon's natural resources, and 3D printing is the most common. In this project, they transport these inflatable modules, which becomes the pressurized living zone. Then, a robotic 3D printer builds the protective shell on top of this using lunar regolith. The structure is inspired by bird bones, which is strong yet lightweight. And by reducing the amount of materials that have to be shipped from Earth, it makes it extremely cost-effective while giving you this robust protection. But I remember when 3D printing came out like almost a decade ago here on Earth, and it was supposed to transform the construction industry, but it didn't. And one of the reasons is because conditions on site are very irregular and unpredictable. And compared to the moon, the Earth is pretty tame.
Right.
Apparently, the printing time for one of these modules is about 3 months.
3 months?
Testing was conducted indoors in controlled environments. And during that time, a lot of things could happen in the open lunar surface. First of all, the extreme temperature fluctuations could cause cracks in the concrete, and this vacuum environment could complicate the curing process and weaken the structure. And the quality of regolith is apparently different from site to site, creating a lot more inconsistencies. On top of that, the process required a significant amount of energy, especially for multiple structures. So the question is there a way to scale these habitats without building a separate shell for each unit? And we're back to the lava tubes, using the natural geological features on the moon. And for Project Moonfiber, this is what allows it to become scalable. It's composed of 2 systems: the structural framework that span across the lunar caves, and the habitat modules that sit into the framework.
That's
Sound
insane.
familiar? Yes, it's a concept we've seen here on Earth. And we've kind of explored this to death on this channel, the metabolist movement, and also Archigram's plug-in city. By creating this system, the idea is that cities can easily grow or shrink, kind of like a living organism. And in this case, by not having to create a protective structure for each habitat, that's a huge savings. But actually, it offers something else as well.
Nah, that's insane, Chad.
Yeah, that's a thing. The lunar surface is also uneven and unstable, and regolith itself is sticky and abrasive, and apparently it can lead to this thing called dust contamination. So the supporting structure is actually a really big challenge when building on the moon. So this net, it can really simplify the construction and deployment a lot. There's a lot of research that needs to be done in building inside a lunar tube.
That's kind of cool.
But this principle of creating a system and using the natural geological features of the site seems kind of like the right approach when scaling is the goal. This project takes this idea one step further. Essentially, you build a dome over the pit and create a fully enclosed, fully controlled environment, meaning the astronauts can leave their modules without spacesuits. But wait. Can trees really grow like this on the moon? This is how a regular tree could look like inside a moon habitat. In fact, there's one thing that none of these projects really discuss, which is gravity. Because living in a low gravity environment, which is about 1/6 of the Earth's, is not great for our bodies. We lose muscle mass and bone mass, and we get this thing called the chicken leg syndrome.
Oh, no.
It can disrupt your immune system, it can slow your reaction times, and the increased brain pressure can even
You gotta figure out artificial gravity, Chad.
cause vision problems. But then I came across this project by Kojima Corporation, an artificial gravity habitat that generates centrifugal force by spinning constantly. It sounded so wild that I decided to go there to probe them. And it is very conceptual, but actually, to me, what was the most interesting was the philosophy behind it. Right now, space travel is only about this generation of explorers, because we don't know the impacts of childbirth in a different gravity. But let's say somehow we figure out how to do that, or maybe we just bring embryos from Earth to space, kind of like in the movies. But for the kids who grow up on other planets, maybe their dream is to visit Earth, but they're not going to be able to because their bodies are adapted to a very different gravity. So gravity actually becomes the great equalizer, especially for future generations who might think and maybe even look very different from us. But that's like really, really far into the future, because for now, the reality for an individual astronaut from Earth is this: being stuck in a tiny modular unit in the same space with the same people in high-risk, high-stress environments, day in, day out.
Damn.
These 3 astronauts were stranded on the International Space Station after the Columbia disaster, which killed 7 of their colleagues. In their later interviews, they talked about plants, how the colors and the scents and the simple act of tending to them improved their mood and reminded them of Earth. Now plants are formally recognized for their therapeutic value and not just nutrition. And it also speaks to how small things like this can become an emotional lifeline, especially when things go wrong.
That's kind of cool, Chad.
Let's look at Project Haven, because a lot of the design decisions I think are made to improve physical and mental well-being using architecture. The functional core of the habitat is greenery, which is typically contained in a separate space, but here, you can't get to the other spaces without passing through it. One of the unsuspected strain on your psyche is monotony. So they've introduced variety through space. There's movable walls so you can do different activities, and also just a variety of distinct environments. Small spaces, large spaces, space with different colors, communal spaces, but most importantly, private spaces.
That's important.
There's these
You
two
need that.
crazy Danish architects who not only designed and built habitat modules, but brought it to Greenland and lived inside it for 3 months. The habitat was tiny, with not much but a shared working area at the bottom and sleeping pods on
That is
top.
tiny,
And remember, these are architects, not trained astronauts. And they said even if it was a tiny space, this small amount of privacy in their sleeping pods was essential to mental health and reducing conflict. One of the things I found really interesting is this crew rotation method. For example, the whole 6-person crew is never exchanged at the same time, but in 2 teams of 3. The new arriving crew, or the junior crew, lives with the senior crew for several months before the seniors return to Earth. The juniors turn into seniors, who then train the new junior crew. This facilitates the transfer of knowledge, of course, but I think it's also doing something else. This is just an object in a public space, but when someone starts to play, people gather, or someone joins in, and suddenly, this passage is transformed into a community hub. Now,
it's kind of like us on Twitch, right, Chad? It's kind of like us on Twitch.
Imagine this on the moon. Maybe it's a guitar. But when a crew member, let's call him Raph, starts playing in the corner, that space naturally becomes the music corner. Even after Raph leaves, that corner remains a place for music, or storytelling, or just getting together. Urban planners call this concept placemaking. But the act of turning a space into a place that can carry memories and traditions, it's a group effort. Every crew member has to actively participate in this. But when you do, you can transform even the most sterile, functional shelter into a meaningful, shared home. When these first settlers can finally call the moon home, that's the first real step to becoming a spacefaring civilization, on our way to Mars, or even another planet. But there's a pretty big argument against space travel. Why are we spending billions of dollars going to other planets when we have so many pressing issues here on Earth?
That is very true. That's very true.
The answer is here. Phone cameras. They trace back to NASA's Voyager and Galileo missions, and they were built to explore deep space. And there's countless items that we use every single day that was developed originally for space. And yes, probably only a few of these proposals will actually go to space, but each unique approach could inspire new innovations right here on Earth. And maybe the act of exploring space might just be how we discover better ways of living right here on Earth.
That's interesting to think about.
If you guys want to learn more about this,
hey,
we created
W
a
video
booklet that captures all of our
W
research.
video.
I'll leave it in the description. So, what do you guys think?
Hell yeah!
Let me know in the comments.
W video. W video. Okay. What shall we do? What shall we do? Shall we play a game, chat? Shall we play a game? I haven't played a game in a while. Shall we play a game? Shall we play a game? Let me just check my stuff. Peak. Oh, that's an update. Oh, there's a new update. Wait. Final Fantasy? Wait, what? Wait, what? Why can't I see that? Oh, it's not available. Man. Oh, man. Final Fantasy 16. Is it 16? Yeah, 16. Online. Is that not available for me? Please tell me it's available. Ah, I don't think it's available. Damn. Damn. Okay, let me see, chat. Let me see. Hold on. What should we play, Chad? What should we play? Let me check my library. Make or break. Palea, peak. I don't know. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Let me see the update. Let me see. Let me check the peak update. Oh, it's taking a while. Do I still have CS? I do have CS. But CS needs an update too. CS needs an update too. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Okay. Okay. Peak is up. Peak is up. Shall we play some peak, chat? Play. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Come on. Come on, peak. Come on. Come on. Okay, we got peak going. We got peak going. Okay, hold on. Let me try and get peak. Yeah, peak, 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 peak. Peak, 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 peak. We got a new update. That's great. Yo, we got a new update. Let me just update this. Okay, chat. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Can I solo this? Can I solo this? Wait, can I solo this? Gotta change my, yeah, let's do that. And then let's do this. Done. Okay, you guys ready? We gotta go, chat. We gotta go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We gonna do this. Can we do it? Ooh. Tadpole Scout. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? The new Mesa update. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're live. We're live. We're live. Put this on. Wait, wait. Let me take that off first. Ooh, we need that. I'm gonna put it in here. Do we need this? The guidebook? No. Do we need the conch? No, not really. Bing bong. Bing bong. Okay, we live in Bing bong. We got a compass. We got the bugle. Okay. I'm taking the bugle. I'm taking the bugle. Okay, chat. I think we're all set. I think we're all set. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket. Wait, what is that? What is that? You guys see that? Wait a minute. What is that? There's something up here. I don't know what it is, but there's something up here. Oh, it's the slime thing. Okay. Okay, there we go. Can we get some coconuts? Maybe not. Okay, here we go, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's peak time. It's peak time. Man, I don't want to get too hungry. I don't want to get too hungry. Ooh, there's a bunch of suitcases here. Balloon. Ah, the rope cannon. Do I still have the balloon? Oh, I still do have the balloon. Picking these up, picking those up. Ooh, what is this? Ooh. Why did it do that? Open. Whoa, what happened? Whoa, what happened? Huh? Why did I get... Why? It nerfs me. Chat, it nerfs me. Why did it do that? Okay. I'll put this in the backpack. Let me put this down. E. And we'll put it here. Okay. We're all set, chat. Oh no. Oh my god. Why did I do that? Oh, why did I do that? We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Freaky. Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, hell no, chat. Don't tell me they got extra critters and stuff. If they did, that would be crazy. If they had like extra critters and stuff, that would be insane. That would be insane. Oh god. I don't know if we can make it, chat. Can we solo this? Can we solo? Let's see. I believe in us. I believe in us. Okay, spiky thing. Just gonna go up here. I see mushrooms. Look at that. More luggage. Gonna eat this. Okay, we good. Oh no, it makes me sleepy. We don't want that. Note to self, don't take the energy drinks. Not worth it. What is this? Chubby shroom. I see a way, chat. I see a way. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yep, I see a way. Could probably go through here. There we go. Fog rises. Oh no. We gotta get out of here, chat. We gotta get out of here. Oh no. 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 Okay. We're here. We're here. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be okay. Oh, okay. No. Please. No. Okay. Can't do that. So let's go. I can't believe we can't do that. That's insane. I guess we gotta heal up a little bit. Let's heal up. Okay, let's try again. Just a bit more. Come on. No way, bro. No way. Do I have to eat this too? Okay. There we go. One more try. One more try, Chad. One more try. Oh my god. Why? Why, Chad? Why? How did that not work? Okay. Wait. Let's chill here. Hold on. Okay. This has to work. Now. This has to work. Come on. Oh my god. Why? Yeah, we have to find another way, chat. Okay, maybe here. Come on. Oh no. Is this place just a dead end? We have to go around. I guess we gotta go around. Can we make that one though? We'll just find another way. Okay, there you go. Ooh, medicinal root. Nice. Let's keep one just in case. There we go. Can we make this one? Please. Oh my god. No. Why? Hold on. Maybe somewhere here. I'm not giving up on this, chat. I'm not giving up. We're not giving up. Okay. Here. Maybe from here. No, please. Am I like too heavy? Oh no. Okay, we gotta wait. We gotta wait, chat. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Then we gather stamina, and then we go that way. Okay. Okay, we made it. We made it. We made it. Okay, now what? Now what? Okay. Ugh. Yeah, we did it. Okay, nice. Nice. Here we are. Here we are. What's the best way? What's the best way? I think it's this one. I think it's this one, chat. Okay. Phew. 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 We made it. Let's go. We're doing it. We're getting there. Honestly, I'd be surprised if we did actually make it. Okay, we did it. Okay. Let's recuperate. Eat some mints. Okay. Alright, that's good. That's good. Still got a ways to go. Still got a ways to go. Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay, we recuperate. Is this a good spot? Is this a good spot? No, it is not a good spot. Damn. How do we... No, hell no. You gotta go the other way, chat. You gotta go the other way. This is a bad spot. Oh no, but we're losing so much progress. No. Oh. Oh. Okay. Ooh. What is this? A chain launcher. Can we get to there? Can we get to there? Let's try and get to there. Okay, we did it. We did it. Okay, let's go. Where do we go? Oh no, don't tell me this is another dead end. Bro. Oh no. Okay. We gotta jump for this one, chat. Ready? You ready? We gotta jump. Ah. Oh my god. If you don't make it right now, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, there we go. That's right. That's right. Oh my god. We're not making it, chat. Oh no. Yeah, nah. It's a bad spot. Can we go here? Can we go here? Wait. Oh my god. Oh, it's over. No. Wait, let me try this. That didn't even do anything. No. No, that's insane. No. That didn't even do anything. Nah. I'm cooked. I'm cooked, chat. Hold on. We gotta restart. Restart! We gotta restart. It's over. It's over, chat. No. We almost had it. Nah. Nah. You know what, chat? Maybe next time. Maybe next time. But, yeah, I think I will end it here. I will see you guys tomorrow. You know, regularly scheduled program. Okay? I love you guys. Take care. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah. Take care of